Hi everyone,
Hi,
I'm Kathleen,
my name is Ilse.
and we're back with a new episode of What a K-Drama!
Yay, episode 2!
Episode 2 of season 5, I believe, or season 6. I don't even know which season
We
we're
don't
on.
even know anymore. It's been a long
Long
break.
ride. Yes. And for today's episode, we're talking about a drama I actually haven't watched. But Ilse is gonna tell me everything because I kind of wanted to watch it, but it just looked too sad for me. I'm not gonna lie. It just looked too sad.
Was right up my alley. No, actually that's not true. There was not enough action for that. But
Yeah. But it was her, though the actress, love her so much.
Well, she's usually not really in my type of dramas.
Yeah, but we like a diverse.
But Son Seok-woo
Yes.
is in my dramas.
I've never seen him. That's the truth.
He's usually typecast in like the mafia gangster.
He has a look,
Cop
just
movie.
saying.
Yeah, he does.
He has a look.
He's kind of hot. Not gonna lie.
That too. Yeah, he's handsome. He's handsome. Yeah, so
Let's
tell me
talk
everything.
about My Liberation Notes.
Yes.
First of all, brief fangirl moment. I love this drama so much.
Ilse was in a K-drama blues after watching that drama.
Yeah.
And literally took her a couple of months to get back into other dramas.
Why are you shading me like that? You're outing me.
Because I was like, Ilse, are you watching anything? No, I'm gonna watch a movie. And I was like, okay. And then I was just watching everything I could.
It just, when you have a drama that is this good,
Fair enough.
No.
They had once what it wants. I always say that.
I was looking for like fan fiction.
Of course
because
you
I
were.
hoped it would help, but I didn't really find anything. So if you're a fanfic writer, please write about My Liberation Notes.
Oh, I don't need more fanfics in my life right now. AO3 is taking over my life, people. That is the truth.
Feed my ships. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway,
Okay.
brief facts.
Yeah.
Moments. The drama was directed by Kim Suk-yoon and written by Park Hae-young.
Okay.
It was a JTBC network drama and has 16 episodes and was aired from like April till May of this year.
Okay, so new drama.
Very new.
Kind of.
Very new. I was watching that week by week.
Oh gosh.
I hated myself for that.
Yeah, like right now I'm happy that Extraordinary Attorney Woo finished because I'm binging that. I like binge watching that.
Yeah. But it was like Saturday an episode and Sunday an episode, and it just I was always happy that the weekend was over because it meant I got my story, you know?
I understand the feeling, yes.
Oh my god, it was such a I was like, just give it to me. So My Liberation Notes is a story that is about like 3 siblings.
Yeah.
And their lives, relationships, struggles with their jobs, etc. And, you know, they're like mom and dad, head of the family situation. So our main leading lady is Mi Jung, played by Kim Ji-won. She is the youngest of the 3.
She's the youngest?
The youngest, yeah.
I thought she was the oldest.
No.
In the drama, just because of I've just watched this drama through TikTok. It's just the way she behaved. It was like, she must be the oldest.
Yeah, no. She's very much like introvert.
Okay.
Very much like focused on herself, inwards.
Okay.
A very rich like mental dialogue with herself, but she doesn't really show it. And, you know, that's fine. Like, good for her, you know? But it's not always easy when you're working a creative job.
Okay.
And her team manager is horrible. He's just ugh. So she has oh my god. She has so the family lives in the middle of nowhere, right? They take like over an hour to commute every day to work.
Yeah.
One way.
Oh gosh.
I've been there. It is draining. Like, it sucks the life out of you, but you do it anyways because, you know, either it's cheap or...
Yeah.
housing crisis or you live with your family and you're kind of like bound by them to stay there.
Yeah.
So they commute every day. She doesn't really get to partake in a lot of activities of her company.
Okay.
So she works at Joycard. Imagine a Google. That's
Okay.
like they have in-house clubs that they want
Oh,
you
wow,
to join,
okay.
and if you don't join, it's kind of like,
Rude.
why are you not joining?
Yeah.
You know, this company's doing so many great things. You should be here.
Yeah.
And she's like, girl, I gotta catch a bus. She doesn't say it like that, but she should have.
Yeah.
So she's commuting every day. And her dad has like some sinks. He makes like bathroom sinks and stuff like that. It's like a handyman. Yeah. She has a mysterious. He has a mysterious coworker. Like
Yeah.
this dude lives at like their neighboring house. He's renting
Okay.
it out. Nobody knows anything about him. They just call him Mr. Goo.
Yes.
And like they don't know where he comes from. They don't know what he does. He just helps out with some things to earn a bit of a living.
That sounds fishy, just saying.
And,
But okay.
And he drinks himself into a stupor every single night.
Extra fishy. Red flag. Okay.
Like the amount of soju that man consumes is like, I don't know how he's
Alive.
if he smokes a cigarette, he's gonna burn his entire body up because there's so much alcohol inside of him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways, so very mysterious. And Mi Jong is going through a bit of a slump with her like love life.
Okay.
And just emotionally as well. I think she's kind of like done, and if she's not in a depression, she's bordering on it, you know?
Okay.
So basically, they kind of have like this intrigue about each. Well, she has more intrigue about him than he does about her.
Okay.
But she tells him at one point, like, she's like, look, if you don't have anything to do with your life and you just want to drink your life away, why don't you worship me?
As in fancy me, I suppose.
No, literally worship. Not just fantasy,
Okay.
It's worship. There's like, it's like, consume yourself for me. It's like, lay yourself down
That
for me.
sounds pretty intense, but okay.
I know, but isn't that amazing?
Well, yeah, I suppose, but that's intense as well. Okay. Tell me more, because I'm interested now. Worship, okay.
At first, he's like, I don't know what, he doesn't know what to say. Like, he literally looks up the word worship because he's like,
Same, boy, same.
like, what
Okay.
do you want me to do, you know? So he doesn't.
I just can imagine, like, you know, little altars like, kind of in the church, and you just put a candle, kind of thing, you know. But I don't think that works that way.
I think she kind of wanted it though. Like, if she knew that
Oh my
he
God.
lit a candle for her, she'd be like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God.
Anyways, he doesn't
Okay.
say anything. He doesn't really give a reply. But then a couple of weeks later, she's like, look,
Yeah.
if you don't want to worship me, how about I worship you? Anyways, so
Okay.
he also like doesn't know what to reply to that. But at one point, he kind of like helps her out, and he says like, "This is me worshiping you."
Okay.
And I swear to God, this odd relationship dynamic that they
Yeah.
have, I haven't been this invested in a K-drama relationship in
Yeah.
literal years.
I think it was because they seem pretty much like a kind of novel kind of relationship. Very much it existed, but not really. I think it's like the thought of it.
Yes. And it's also like everything is in like the small acts that they do for each other.
Okay.
You know, she walks home one night, there's like this couple of weird dudes standing next to their car and they're like, ho 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 ho, you know,
Of course,
you
yeah,
know, being
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. Gross, yeah.
He's walking behind her like a couple of meters and he purposefully clinks the bottles in his bag so she knows that he's behind her so
Yeah.
she can feel like,
Safe.
oh, okay, I'm not alone. You
Yeah.
know, it's those little moments of acting for each other, like caring for each other, that just
Okay.
made
I can
me
see-
so giddy. And I'm like,
Yeah. I can see how that movie would give you butterflies. It's just a small things. I can get on that. Yes.
Also, this man in the first couple of episodes said barely like 5 words, and I was like, oh my god.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like he didn't say stupid things. He just didn't say anything at all, and it was all like in his face and like the small glances, and it just so cute.
Okay, I think you had a crush on this fictional character, girl.
Honestly, probably yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, and it's just like he was so protective of her in some ways. That so there was like an ex-boyfriend who ran away with quite a bit of money from her.
Yeah.
So she was in a bit of financial trouble with the bank. So she kind of had to, get a loan to be able to pay back everything that he stole.
Yeah.
And Mr. Goo was like, "Do you want me to like go find him? Do you want me to like take care of it? So he's gonna pay you back? Like, do you want me to do that?" And she's like, "No, I can handle myself." And I'm like, "Good for you, girl," but also like, Mr. Goo, stop. What are you doing? It was
Oh my god, it's just so funny. Okay.
Literally, give me a Mr. Goo in real life. I'll marry him.
I'll be so scared.
But-
Okay.
Probably without
His-
the alcoholism. But
Or
still.
he is kind of fishy. I'm sorry, but what the hell? What
I
the
mean-
hell?
If you like towards the last couple of episodes, you see why he's there and like what kind of fishy stuff that he's into, and it's like, yeah, of course, that makes total sense.
Okay, I'm worried
But
now.
it's still so like, oh my god.
Okay, tell me more about the love story. What else happens?
So I think they only have like one kiss that you see, or like only like a handful of kisses that you see.
Okay.
And it's just, you know how K-dramas are starting to get more like a bit like American, that they like actually show like the love making part. Some Netflix ones.
Yeah, I got yes.
Yeah. Let me-
On your side, I suppose. Yes.
Yeah.
On your side, yeah. On my side, we're still not there.
Oh,
We rom-com. I barely had kisses in hometown cha-cha-cha. Hometown cha-cha-cha. Hometown cha-cha-cha.
yeah, but I feel like in a couple of Netflix series, you're kind of getting more like
I can see. Actually,
quote-unquote sex scenes.
nevertheless had that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Either way, this didn't have that, and I was so happy for it. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, because it was.
Very platonic.
Well, no, because
Romantic?
I saw like this TikTok that said that some scenes were like a euphemism for sex.
Oh.
Or like a metaphor for sex. Like at one point she's washing her hair at like 2 in the night.
Okay.
And like you don't really know why she's washing her hair at that time.
Because she
but-
used to wash her hair.
No, 'cause
Okay.
she, banged.
Okay.
And she's like, let me just wash my hair before going to bed, Cleanliness. Anyways, we don't see any of that. It's just
Okay.
all very like it's kind of wholesome in a way, but also very mysterious. And I love that dynamic. Also, their chemistry was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Actually,
god.
the few clips I watched on TikTok, it looked like intense. Like they had like an amazing chemistry.
Yes. Also, they did a photo editorial together months after the series aired, and it's just like,
Yeah.
dear Lord, Lord Jesus, Maria, Joseph,
Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
the other 2 storylines.
Yeah.
We have the youngest child, the son.
Yeah.
Lee Min-ki plays Yong Chang-hae. And
Yeah.
he's the youngest child and a bit of a... Oh, no, he's the middle child, sorry. Because Mi Jung
Yeah,
is
he's the
youngest.
middle
Yes,
because
sorry.
Mi Jung is the youngest,
Yes,
right? You mentioned.
he's the middle
Yeah.
child, and he's just... Sometimes his scenes were a bit grating. I didn't skip them, but sometimes I wish that I could. But I didn't want to. But, like, he did an amazing job, like, don't get me wrong. But his
Yeah.
role was chatterbox. Always talking. Like, 24/7. Like he had an opinion, he was like epistolating about something, and it was
Yeah.
just a lot at times because the dichotomy between Mi Jong's
Yeah.
scenes where she was quiet as a mouse and like hardly said anything.
Yeah.
And then he had like all these like epistles of words. And I was like, oh, dude.
That's very interesting, but normally Iminki's characters tend to be quite introverted.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of them sociopaths. Just saying.
Love it. And,
Yeah.
But this one was
So
fine.
interesting.
Like he was very normal dude-ish.
It's been a while since one of the characters was like absolutely normal. Just saying.
Fair.
Actually, he's been quite on your side of the K-dramas over
Yes.
the last couple of years, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah. He's very good. I like him. So maybe it was why it was a bit jarring to see him so, like, kind of cheerful and like big character, big words and
Yeah.
everything. Big dreams. He was working for like a chain of like the little convenience stores. Like he was a manager of a couple of them. And
Yeah.
he was like aiming for a promotion, like working his ass off, like taking calls in the middle of the night sometimes.
Yeah.
And it was like horrible work-life balance for sure. But he also didn't know if that was what he wanted to be doing.
Okay.
Job-wise. So it's kind of interesting, especially because in the end, because of certain things that he lived through, kind of by happenstance, he's like pushed into this new career direction, and it just makes sense for him. Like you can see like the aha moments on his face, and it was just, I was like, that makes total sense, you know, for his character.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay.
His love life, not that great, because in the beginning of the series, he breaks up with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, she breaks up with him because she called him old-fashioned.
Okay.
And because he's like poor, and he didn't have a car, blah, 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 blah. No, very superficial reasons, I guess, to break up with someone. And he's kind of like going through dealing with that for the whole series.
Okay.
And then we have the eldest daughter.
Okay.
She is played by Lee El, and her name is Yong Gi Jung. So you have Mi Jung, you have Gi Jung. Gi Jung is the eldest. I kind of recognize myself in her in certain ways.
Okay.
Because she has such rigid views of love and relationships.
Okay, so she must have seen stuff probably.
Yeah, like she's had a lot of like short-term relationships.
Yeah.
And she's like, she gives numbers to people, like he's a 10 because of these and these reasons. He's a 7 because of this reason. And she like kind of sees herself as like an 8 or a 9, which fair enough. Because
I mean, self-esteem, 100%,
yes. You're living your life, exactly. And it's just, you know, she doesn't really want to go beyond what she thinks of people with her score. For example, at one point in the beginning of the series, she's like, yeah, I wouldn't date a man who has a child because, you know, I'm never going to be first place. The child is always going to be first place, and I just don't know if I want to deal with that, which, fair enough.
Okay. Fair enough, yeah.
But her future love interest is sitting next to her and has a child.
Oh, wow.
And the child hears it, so there's a bit of a strained relationship there from the get-go. And it's very interesting to see her relationship with that guy.
Yeah.
Because he's also the younger brother of one of her, like, longtime childhood friends that she kind of lost track of and kind of reconnected with. So, you know, it has its hurdles from the beginning.
Okay.
And it's just, I think the 3 siblings have a very interesting dynamic. This is legit one of the best sibling relationships I've seen in like a series. Because they're like constantly biting each other's heads off. They're like being very like crude to each other. But then they would,
like siblings.
Yeah. Then they would also like totally come together to fight someone else.
But that's awesome. Actually, that's kind of real. Yeah,
It's very real.
yeah.
And also, like, when they have an opinion about something, they're super harsh to each other. Like, whoo, like I would totally relates because my sisters and I were the same. If we think something,
Okay.
we're yeah,
Fair enough. Okay.
it's not always super nice. The title "My Liberation Notes" comes
Yeah.
from the club that Mi-jung makes together with two other introverts at work. Because
Okay.
she's kind of being pushed to join a club, but she really doesn't want to.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go bowling. She doesn't want to go cook with someone, you know. So
Yeah.
together with two other introverts that she's kind of like friends with because they can eat in peace together. Like they don't have to
Yeah.
fill the silence with like small talk. They start a club where they each have a notebook.
Yes.
And they write about what they want to be liberated from. What do they want to be liberated by? Like
That is interesting.
yes, and they have so many good monologues and discussion points, and it makes you feel very introspective because you're like, what do I want to be liberated by? Or liberated
Interesting.
from? Like what do I want to change that would be freeing to deal with?
Okay.
So it's kind of like an interesting.
It's an interesting concept for sure. Yes.
Yeah, and also like there's this one scene where they're all in like a coffee shop, and
Yeah.
they're instead of like joining at one table, they sit next to each other at like the window bar,
Okay.
and it's raining, and the screen is like divided in three, so they each have their own like little bar chair and their little table, and they're like talking. It's like it would be theater. It's like a
Okay.
theater scene because they're talking right to the window, and it's like you're sitting there in front of them, just joining them for that moment, and it was
Interesting.
so beautifully done. It was insane.
That sounds like an interesting shot, actually. How
Yeah.
they planned it to be like that. Yeah.
Especially with all the monologues as well.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, this is stunning.
Oh, that's a very interesting shot. Yeah.
Mhm. So just overall, I definitely want to recommend it because it was stunning, had interesting themes to make
Okay.
you think about life. The relationships were so amazing, especially Mr. Gu and Mi Jung, and I just
That they seem like the kind of relationship you would read in like a Jane Austen book.
Yes.
And you would totally love it.
it's very much like Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth.
That's what I thought. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it enemies to lovers per se,
Yeah.
but it's like intrigued strangers to lovers.
Jane Austen. Yes.
Yes.
I can think of a couple that go kind of that way or feel that way, anyways.
Yeah, it's great. Definitely go watch it because it's beautiful, well done. The story's amazing. It doesn't drag on, which is nice. It's well paced. So I'm definitely rewatching that at one point because I fell in love with all the stories.
I just remember all the amazing quotes that I kept seeing on TikTok, and they were like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
that's about it. Yeah, that's life. That feels like life."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
It was
on my
great.
to watch this. It's on my to watch this. In fairness.
Watch it ASAP and tell me what you think.
Okay, so that was it for this episode of What a K-Drama.
Mhm.
Dedicated to my liberation notes. Remember, you can check the review spoiler-free in thecameo.com.
Mhm.
Follow us in our socials, and we'll see you next time with a new episode of What a K-Drama. Bye-bye.
Bye.